For example, a baby is born with grace. A baby sees the world through the lens of the parents. The baby takes whatever the parent says as the foundation of life. But time goes on, and the baby comes of age, and the world begins to whisper. The world begins to tell the baby that they can't smile so sweetly, that they can't be so kind, except the world view them as weak. The world keeps talking. It tells the baby that they've got to be careful against the people they meet on the roadside, those with nothing to show, those who have been beaten down by life. The world keeps talking. It tells the baby to guard itself against such fate, to never become like them. And in that moment, the world begins to change the baby. The world begins to strip away the grace, until the very thing that once gave the baby joy becomes the very thing that the baby must hide to survive in the world. But you must know that those on the roadside, those without hope, those who have been beaten down by life, were once filled with hope for their life, but living in this world with all of its demands and expectations, living in this world with all of its aims and objectives, has beaten their soul into surrender. And now that surrounds them is the darkness of this world. And in this darkness they feel as though they've got no choice but to settle in it, but to accept it, as if it is their only refuge, as if it is the only refuge in which life was made for them. Let's take it back for a moment. Some time ago, I met a man seated on the street corner, a man without a roof over his head or the embrace of loved ones. And despite not having a roof or the embrace of loved ones, this man was the only one who genuinely smiled on that street. This man smiled and he called the names of the people as they walked by. I was curious, so I stopped and I said to him, "Excuse me, you seem to be the only one who is smiling today. And what is sickness? I never expected it." He smiled as if he had lived 1,000 lives. And then he said, though I will paraphrase it in my own words, there are people moving all around us, people moving back and forth, carrying the weight of their stories, stories from the years to come, stories from the past. Some have just discovered the payout, some have just received good news, some have been abandoned by the children, some have just learned that they will soon be parents, some have just landed the job that they so long prayed for. And it goes on and on. One joy